Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a nail salon in Minecraft for all of your city building needs. In this video, not only will I show you how to make the entire outside of the build, including a different color palette, in this video I will also show you how to make the entire inside as well. Fun fact, I'm hidden somewhere in the intro of this video. Leave a comment down below letting me know if, where and when you found me. The first person leaving a comment getting it right will have that comment pinned. This is the amount of space required to make the build, a 12 block wide by 14 block long area as represented by this very handy grid on the screen. To find the starting position, simply begin at the very front left hand corner of the grid. That is where we start. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of these. Begin the build by placing 5 smooth quartz block extending up from the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place a smooth quartz slab on top, and then extend to the right by 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then extend backwards by 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then extend across the back of the build and join up all the way back to where we very first started, creating a rectangle like this. We can join each one of the remaining 3 corners of our rectangle down to the ground using smooth quartz block. On the front of the build, we will place 2 rows of pink concrete directly underneath our smooth quartz slab. We will then place smooth quartz slab underneath our pink concrete. We then, behind and underneath our smooth quartz slab on the left, we will place a row of black concrete that extends up from the ground to meet the slab, like this. We will then place 2 rows of black stained glass pane to the right, and a row of black concrete to the right of them. We will then leave a gap of 1 and then place a black stained glass pane. And then place a black concrete, 2 black stained glass pane, and then a black concrete. We will extend the black concretes up to join the smooth quartz slabs, and then we will place black stained glass pane extending up to fill in these gaps. Next, we are just going to remove the grid at the front of the build, and we'll also just remove it from underneath these windows as well. Underneath the windows, we will place black concrete. Where the entrance is, we will place smooth stone. And then everywhere else, we just want to place grass, as on the grass, we want to place ferns, just like so. To the left here, we are going to have an open sign, so this is a pale oak sign with a bunch of dashes across the top, open in big capital letters on the second line, and then dashes underneath. Do feel free to dye the sign if you would like to. Like, sometimes I like this effect better than just the black, but honestly, it's a personal choice. Next, we are going to write out the words Nail Salon in banners. Throw down a limb, open it up, white banner with some black dye. We have to first make the letter N. This is the Pale Dexter pattern, Pale Sinister, Bend, N. Next, we can make A. This is Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief, and Fez. Next, we can make I. This is simply the Pale pattern. Next is L. This is Pale Dexter, and then Base. Next is S. This is Chief, Base, and Bend. Then we have to make O. This is the Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief, and then Base. And with these letters, if we start here, we can write out N, A, I, L, space, S, A, O, or rather L, I can't spell, O, N. There we go. Nail Salon. Moving over to the right side of the build, we first of all want to place a 2x2 square of smooth quartz block here in this corner, and then 3, 1, 2, 3 black stained glass pane extending right, smooth quartz block, and then 3 more glass pane, 1, 2, 3. We will then fill the rest of the wall in using smooth quartz. Next, we will move to the back of the build, where we will simply fill this entire back wall in with smooth quartz. We can then move to the left side of the build, where in this corner we will place a 2x2 square of smooth quartz. We will then place a black stained glass pane, which we will extend down by 2 rows. Then we will place smooth quartz block to the left of the glass, a row of glass pane, then smooth quartz, glass pane, smooth quartz, glass pane. Like this. Then we can just go ahead and fill the rest of the side of the build in using smooth quartz. Next, we will remove all of the grass block from inside of the build and replace it with birch planks. Next, we will seal up the roof of the build using smooth quartz slab. With the entire outside of the build complete, we can now head inside and work on the interior. First of all, we are just going to clean up the front of the build a little bit by adding a row of smooth quartz block across the top of the entranceway here, followed by a row of black concrete above. Next, we are going to apply quartz pillar here in this corner from floor to ceiling. We will then place another row of quartz pillar here and another row of quartz pillar here. We will then place a row of smooth quartz block here, and then we will apply this to the opposite side. So we will then place quartz pillar here in the corner, and then here in between these windows, and here on the opposite side. We will then place a row of smooth quartz block here. We can then place pink glazed terracotta here across the back of the build, and we are going to stick flowering azalea leaves here, just all the way across the back, so this makes a really nice backdrop. And in addition to this, we actually also have to place some black concrete across the top of the left and right side of the build, so just above these windows. You can see that kind of follows the theme from the front of the build. Now, on this side of the build, we can also just add a row of smooth quartz block across the bottom, but we can't do that on this side. At the back, however, we can add a row of 1, 2, 3 black concrete here, covering up the terracotta, with a smooth quartz stair here, pressure plate here, flower pot here, and just a regular azalea here. On the left side of the build, we will place polished black stone stairs here and here, with black banners either side of the stairs. Then we will place smooth quartz stairs below and in front of the polished blackstone stairs, with an end rod and a polished blackstone pressure plate in front of the smooth quartz stair, like so. We will then place pale oak shelves left and right of the smooth quartz stair, and we also want to add lights. So these lights are made with chains hanging down from the ceiling above where we have these stools, And from the chains, we dangle lanterns, and surrounding the lanterns, we place pale oak signs. Alternatively, if you want to add a bit of pink into the room, you can use cherry signs, but I like this myself. In addition to this, we are going to add paintings above these seats. So I want that one, and I also want the man in black as well. Nope. Yep. And I'm also going to place an item frame here with a brush in it. So just here and here. Moving on to the opposite side of the build, we will place 2 rows of pale oak shelves here on the wall below the windows. We will remove the birch planks that we have underneath the shelves and replace it with black concrete. We will then place a polished black stone stair here and here with black banners either side of the stairs. We then want to remove 3 blocks in front of the stairs, so the one in front and then one either side, and we want to replace these with black concrete. We then want to make a table in front of each one of these chairs by placing upside down smooth quartz stairs pointing at each other with a row of smooth quartz slab in between. Item frames here in the middle of the table with a brush in the item frame. And then just pick some of your favorite colors of candle and stick them on the tables as well. And in addition to this, we are going to add a polished black stone stair on the opposite side of the table and black banners like this either side of the stair. So now on this side of the build, we also have to add the same lighting that we have on this side. So basically, you find the middle of these windows, leave a gap and place a chain. It coincides with the center of the table as well. So from the chains, we hang lanterns, and around the lanterns, we suspend either pale oak signs or cherry signs. I think I may actually experiment with that myself after we have made the original version of the salon. Speaking of experimentation, we can leave the floor as it is, or alternatively, we can remove the center of the floor, so something like this, and we can replace it with pink concrete, or perhaps pink concrete powder. So kind of just adding in a bit more pink into the build. I do kind of like it, it does kind of break up the floor a little bit, but you don't have to add it. Next, we have a bunch of banners to make. Throw down the loom, open it up, place a white banner in there with black dye, and as a matter of fact, what I would recommend is making at the very least 6 of this banner. So we place the pale pattern with black dye in a fresh white banner, and we grab this 6 times in total. Now, the reason for this is we can take this banner, throw in any colour of dye, whichever colour you want, and apply the Perfect inverted pattern, and that banner very much looks like a bottle of nail polish. So, we have a red one here. To make an orange one, we grab the original banner, put some orange in, and apply the Perfect inverted. And I think that you guys get it. And we can just keep repeating this. You know what, guys? Mid-tutorial, I've actually changed my mind on this completely. I want to make 3 more versions of this banner. So just the black pale pattern in a white banner. And I am going to make 3 additional colours of nail polish bottles. So, in total, we have 9. And the reason for this is simple. With 9 bottles of nail polish, we can place them stacked vertically in our shelves and not have a repeat, which looks really good. As previously, I was using just the 6, and I was doing this. So I'll tell you what, I'll let you guys figure out for yourself which one you prefer. So do you prefer to have this 3 times, or do you prefer to have this? My personal preference is that. But here's the thing, it is just that, a personal preference. See, I just think that that looks really good. And on this side of the build, it doesn't matter as much. We only have 6 slots to fill either side of these chairs, so I'm just going to use the original 6 banners that I had in mind, and that just looks great. Next, we have to make a mirror banner. So this is a light blue banner thrown in a loom with some white dye. We apply a bend pattern, a gradient pattern, put black dye in, and apply the board jaw pattern. And we will stick that here and here in this corner. I don't know whether it's appropriate to stick it in like all 4 corners of the room or if that is too much. Originally, I just kind of like had it on this side, but maybe it would look good. Now, we do have 2 more banners to make, and I promise these are the last ones. So we have to make a B using a white banner, black dye. We apply the Pale Dexter, Pale Sinister, Chief, Fess, and base pattern, which gives us a B. We also have to make R. This is the Pale Dexter, Chief, and bend pattern. We can then just head outside and grab NAIL. And then we will head all the way to here. And by the way, you might like this as it is, but I'm going to place NAIL here and BAR here. So it literally just says nail bar. And this is the inside of the build complete. Now, this would be one of my videos if I didn't offer a couple of alterations that you can choose to make if you like. First, we're just going to clone the salon. Suggestion 1 is you can really make the sign pop by removing a row of smooth quartz block on the left and right side of the build and just fixing these corners using smooth quartz slab. We can then add a couple more ferns and that looks great. If you find the walls a bit boring, you can create a gradient effect by using 3 different blocks. We have polished diorite, white concrete, and white concrete powder. I think that an easy way to create a gradient effect is by starting off with just full rows of the colours that you want to use. And then, once you've done that, we can just knock out some of these blocks, seemingly randomly, or at least that's the way that I do it. And you can kind of make the different colours like bleed into each other, so to speak, by just removing some blocks here, and I mean that's kind of the whole thing. I will say that this effect isn't for everybody, but some of you might like it, and sometimes I do kind of appreciate this sort of building style. Although I will say that this is the one for me. And if you have the room, you may want to chuck a couple of rows of just good old oak leaves all the way around the base of the build. However, you might like the look. Also, here is the build with shaders and the old build too. And that is the tutorial complete. However, this video is not over. We must now take our nail salon and add it into our city. At the moment, the nail salon is going to get placed in the new suburban suburb storage area. When the new suburban suburbs gets revamped, which is in the relatively near future, I want this build to be a part of it. So it makes most sense for it to go right here, ready for when we can use it. You may be interested in becoming a channel member. You can click the join button that will be somewhere on the screen right now. This does cost money and is a monthly subscription, but you do get some perks. The first of which is a download link for my city design world. This has every single build that I have placed in my city, arranged in order, and labelled. This perk also comes with schematics for the mods Lightmatica and World Edit, so you can easily reference and copy and paste these builds into your worlds in any way that you'd like. However, if you're not interested in any of that building business, the highest tier allows you to download the most current version of Mini-City. There are also some minor perks, including loyalty badges displayed next to your name whenever you comment something down below on my videos. Depending on how long you have been a channel member, you gain a more prestigious helmet, with the highly coveted gold builder's hat being the most valuable. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.